I don't give a crap what any YouTuber, content creator, celebrity outside of YouTube says. If you're not invited to their house, don't show the hell up. I'm not saying Boogie was 110% correct in this, but this is insane that the guy even had to deal with this crap from Frank Hassel. Let's get into it.
Skip it up and down up.
So Frank Hassel, I've heard of on and off over the past couple months. His deal was he used to be on YouTube. He got kicked off. Maybe he's on BitChute. I went to BitChute. I didn't see him there, but whatever. What his thing is he goes around harassing people. That's Frank Hassel. That's why that's his name. He has a GoPro on his head, and he bothers people to try to make comedy out of it. And one of his targets over the past couple months has been Boogie. And well, Boogie went on Keemstar's show, Drama Alert, with Frank Hassel because Frank Hassel had a picture of himself in Boogie's hometown in Arkansas. And he was only like a few miles away from Boogie. And he tagged Boogie in the picture, and he's been bothering Boogie for months. Boogie, I've been telling you to stop feeding the trolls, or even if you want, let's say the harassers, because take it from a guy who knows from experience, even people that are harassing you, if you ignore them unless they're that screwed up in the head, eventually they give up. But anyway, I can't show any of this footage. There was a debate between Boogie and Frank Hassel on Drama Alert, and Frank Hassel was saying he was going to show up to Boogie's house, and Boogie said that he would fire a gun on him. And it got really weird from there. First, Boogie, he said things, look, I will defend my ground if you show up to my home. But then things that Boogie shouldn't have said is that he would have enjoyed killing Frank Hassel and that he would murder him and take pleasure in it. And I almost forgot this. He said that the gun he would have shot him with was his roommate's gun, Boogie's roommate's gun. So you're going to fire on someone with a gun that you aren't licensed to have, Boogie, which you shouldn't have a gun anyway. Look, I get it. You said things out of frustration. I've said things to trolls many years ago out of frustration, which once in a while still get, me called out to this day. I understand, and you lose it and you say things you really don't mean, but you went a little overboard with that spat between you and Frank Hassel on Drama Alert. But Frank Hassel showed up to Boogie's house anyway, even though Boogie said he would, putting it lightly, defend himself. And Boogie, he kept on harassing Boogie, calling him a fat and all these other things. And Boogie, he came out with a gun. And he fired a warning shot, which you should never fire a warning shot. What Boogie should have did was stayed in the house unless Frank Hassel broke in at that point and called the cops and let the cops deal with him. But again, I understand Boogie's frustration. He fired that warning shot, and now this is a criminal investigation between the cops, Frank Hassel, and Boogie. Look, I know many people criticize Boogie. I've criticized Boogie in the past before too. I just criticized him on his take on the Xbox Series S because he didn't really do any research on it at all. But that's just criticizing takes that he has or stupid choices he makes online. Going into anybody's personal life and going to this, okay, fine, Frank Hassel, but you troll Boogie, and man, does he engage it. You get fed hardcore. You are fully fed from Boogie. But you could obviously tell the guy is not mentally well. And you still show up to his house anyway? And you're sitting there basically like, what's wrong with you? I don't care. He's just doing it for comedy. He has spicy takes. He's edgy. You just can't handle it. There has to be something wrong with a person. If someone said to me, hey, Rich, if you show up at my house, there's a decent chance I may put a bullet in you. Guess what I'm not going to do, because I'm a logical, somewhat sound-minded human being. I won't show up to their house. Frank, or whatever the hell his name is, shows up at Boogie's house and he's sitting there laughing. I listen to everything. He's laughing as Boogie is like sitting there pointing a gun at him. He's like, what is wrong with you? Who gets off on watching crap like that? Look, I'm not for anybody being deplatformed, but I could see why he was kicked off of YouTube. It's unbelievable, man. And unfortunately, Boogie may, especially if that isn't his gun, he said in like there was like the interview I listened between Keemstar, Boogie, and Frank Hassel that it was his roommate's gun. Boogie, why would you took out your roommate's gun? Hopefully you have a license for it. And if you do have a license to own a firearm, you shouldn't own one, especially with how mentally unstable you are. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm not saying that to be sarcastic. It's dangerous for you for a firearm to be in the same house as Boogie, and that concerns me greatly. That's also what I thought of too. But Boogie doesn't deserve this, man. You could say whatever you want to about him, whatever dramas happened in the past, but people showing up to his door and bothering him, there's nothing that excuses that. And it shouldn't happen. This is Rich of ReviewTechUSA signing out. Have a good one. Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a ReviewTechUSA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.